Everything is getting yellow and the winter is coming. It's getting colder. So it's good time to start doing something for your house to get warm. Not just to warm up yourself, not just to warm up your food, but really making your house warm. That's what we're gonna do today. So you're very welcome to join my channel, and that's our installation process in our new house. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. That's Ola, and we are in the underground. It's a scrolling space of our house. Welcome to observe the installation process, which we had just finished, but you're gonna enjoy the process, part of it, in a couple seconds. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, go to comment section if you have anything to recommend, and of course, to help the channel to promote, don't forget to click the like button. Thank you all for watching. See you later. If you are new to the channel, I will catch you up a little bit. So we just bought a house this year in January. So it's less than a year we are in this house, and we started a little bit renovating it. We bought it as it is. As is. Yeah, as is. And there are some minuses about it, so we're gonna improve it and make it the best house ever, to make it perfect. So what we figured out that was really unusual to us is that the house had never had any insulation. The floors are wooden. They're wooden solid floors from 1968. They're good, in good condition. The basement is quite okay if you look at it right now. There are no remarks on it. It's good, but there has never been any insulation on it. If there ever had been anything, we would have noticed, because there could have been any remnants or something. So in the summer we bought a package of insulation. If you notice, it's kind of thin package that we were trying in the summer, and that's an area under kitchen. It has some of these little weird wooden stalks it wasn't really comfortable using them, and it was really hot, as you notice. My husband is sweating with it, and no, so we started this experiment. Later on we bought the different type of insulation, so now we are doing it with a different type. But in the summer we just started. After this beginning, there had been a lot of things changing. What have they done? My husband and my elder son, they just were digging a lot of things, because the ground under the house is not even. So first they were fixing the pipes, because pipes were laying on the ground basically. So they fixed them. Now they're hanging properly, so moving under the house is a little bit easier now. And the ground also, they were digging, they were moving the clay from one place to another, because there were some places where it was higher, there were places where it was lower. The movement in between these places is not exactly the paradise. Not a walk in the park, you know. It's still not a walk in the park, because it's a low space, it's a crawling space, it's not that high, it's not comfortable. I'm walking under it because I can use my goose walk and I can walk, but my husband really struggles with it. He is on his knees all the time, so it's a kind of complicated process, really physically challenging. So now we are using this type of, you could notice that's a big, thick insulation package, and one package costs about $80. Yeah, so we just ordered another 20 packages, and it cost us almost $2,000 with the delivery, because yeah, even if you buy a lot of things more than for 1,000, they charge you with the delivery. And before we had already bought 20 packages. Yeah, so because my husband has already completed half of the house, almost half the house, so it took him about 20 packages of this insulation material. And today we are working with the last 2 packages which we had. You can observe the process now. And yes, we are not done yet. We have ordered another 20 packages, and it will be continuation next week, month, somewhere later. The process is complicated just because of all these obstacles. There are always tubes around. There are these cables. We already cut off all the cables which are old and not used, because I don't know why, but as soon as somebody is renovating or doing something with the cables, they leave them there be. So when we figured which cables, for example, there was an old cable from internet, which even if you touch it, you can understand that it's from older, I don't know, pre-internet era. really ancient cable. And later we called an electrician, and he was fixing something, so also we could check the electrician box, so we could see that a lot of all these cables are not just connected to anything. A lot of wires are just hanging there as decoration. So we cut off those which are not exactly working. It made the life a little bit easier, but still you could see there are wires, and they are not simplifying the process. We could have used all these blocks together, but the problem is these blocks also don't fit because the size in between these 2 wooden parts is different. Normally or typically these parts are, I don't know how they did it, but they are designed exactly to be the size which is in between these 2 beams, right? They fit perfectly fine. So we did not buy, we bought random things, and they are absolutely the same size. So I don't know how they did it. So they probably that's a typical normal size in between 2 bins. But sometimes in between 2 bins there is an extra thingy, like extra something they install, like for the next part there will be a bin and there will be another bin. What we also discovered that how to fix these butts, yeah, I remember the word butts. No, the cotton woolen thingy. So we're also using these metal things to install them. What we discovered here is the distance between 2 bins is smaller. I mean, it's the same, but then they installed another bin. I don't know, maybe it's for the wall on it or something. Basically, we are now under the hallway, so there is long hallway. That's why they're short, so we don't need to go further. If you look further to the back of me, where the tubes are, there will be more rooms, and that will be our challenge for the next month. So we have to. I mean, my husband has to cut this into pieces because there are what there is. So because we need the smaller pieces now, and that's going to be the challenge for the next part of this of all the process, because we'll have to cut more and more of them. We cannot just use one piece and install it, which could have been okay, but when you need to cut it, so it makes the process longer. Happy birthday to you. А?
Свечки еще зажги.
Свечки надо из железной палочки есть. Alright, getting back to the process. So right now he's sewing this into parts. assisting in between what I can do. But all right, the next process will be, so we've already done half. No, I mean we. No, he and my son, because I actually did not really participate in these parts because they were doing that while I was at work in the summertime, and so they've done half the house, all these rooms on the left side, so where there is more space, it's already warm, and actually it's good because right now I can actually feel or sense the difference with my feet when I walk around. I'm trying to think if I can use the word palpate, but when you feel something with your fingers, you palpate this. But when I feel the floor with my toes, which are basically fingers on your feet, so do I palpate my floor or not? So when I feel with my fingers, with my toes, I can sense, I can feel that the floor temperature is different. Like in the kitchen now, I can walk around just wearing socks. As soon as I go to the other room, somewhere back at the back of the house, where there is no insulation yet, it's really cold. Right now I'm dancing because I need to also organize, make my husband's life fun and enjoyable. Because while he is working, the wife must be fun, right? So that's the main idea of being married, right? And the other rooms, which are not insulated yet, are really cold. When you walk around, you really need to put on your slippers or something, because just socks are not enough. I don't know, guys, how you walk around, but it's bad for your kidneys. And imagine even the summertime, or okay, we are not in the north, it's a southern part of the USA, but at the same time, in the summertime, when there is air conditioning working, the cold air has the tendency to be heavier than hot air, right? Hot air goes up, cold air goes down, and if your floor is not insulated, it goes down under your floor to the crawling space. So you basically use your air conditioner and you cool down on your crawling space, right? So that's wasting a lot of energy. We don't use air conditioner. I don't like my house to be cold. I don't like it. Really. We sometimes switch it on when it's really hot, like more than 100 degrees. Then yes, we do switch it on, but it's not exactly like freaking cold as it is in school where I work. Oh my, yeah. So right now we are moving to the next part. We still need to cut it again, not in many pieces, just a little bit off because it's a little bit shorter. Just I don't know why, it just this hallway part is shorter than our block of insulation. That's why Sasha had to cut it a little bit, every one of them. Theoretically, we could have pressed them firmer and make it work, but it doesn't really sound good because you really disturb break all the surface, and then the insulation properties of the block will be worsened. So it's better to keep it unbroken. Alright, so otherwise when it's just installing it, it's quite fast and easy, and then you use these sticks, metal sticks, for fixing them in. We use just like 3 of them, and they fit properly fine and they don't fall down. Yes. Alright, so that's all the process. There is a spider. There are actually many spiders. I sprayed the underground area. What is it? The underhouse area. Crawling space. Last time, like a month ago, and before in the summertime, I sprayed it for what? Against other bugs. I don't know. I wouldn't say that it works properly fine. We live in the forest area. That's Gastonia. That's North Carolina. There are no scorpions, but there are a lot of bugs. Yeah, and they walk. It's their area. I understand that there are bugs. They walk around. There are still roaches in my house because I don't know where they live. They probably live in the heating system. In the heating system. So. And there are still spiders. I know they like this area, and spiders are good. I don't mind them. They just walk around. It's their area. They live. So what else we're gonna do? This area is okay, and if you look behind my back, there is heating system, as we talked about it. That's gonna be the challenge, because when you try to install something in that area, that's gonna be really hard, because right now we're both together, we can fit this area. I'm pushing it, Sasha is pulling it together, so it's really faster. When you are all doing it alone, it's longer. And a little bit later you will see how hard it is to do it all alone, which is gonna happen later, because in that area you will need to fit yourself somehow under this tube or in between these tubes, and then I don't know how. Insulation bed support. Bed? BTT. Что такое BTT? Ватные эти штуки? Плиты. Ватная плита — это БТТ. Бэт. Как Бэтмен. And now we are coming to that very part when you understand that how challenging it is to do it on your own. Because right now you can see that I cannot really fit this space because Sasha is stuck in between two bins, right? And I cannot fit in there because there is a there is this air tube, and there is no space for me to sit in there, and I cannot really reach out with my hand to help him in here because really so that's gonna happen all around the second part of the house on the left, where the second person will be more of like, give it to me, please pass it over, because with one person it will be impossible again, because you will just really need somebody's help just to pass the things over to you. Because if you are under this tube and you just really walked or crawled down out there somewhere to reach out and take some instrument or to take another piece of butt, it's really kind of complicated, right? And so the second person will be at least really helpful with help with providing you instruments and giving whatever you need to do whenever you need to process with. Yes, we do have some light, and that's the bonus of being under the house. That's kind of warm. It's not hot. It's not hot now. It's not cold. It's good weather right now. So that's really, for me, it was comfortable. Sasha is still sweating because he's wearing mask. I am not wearing mask. Yes, I understand that it's bad for my breathing system because there is dust and there is this glass dust. I can see it in the air. I still hope I did not breathe a lot of it. We are going to buy another mask. Yeah, okay. For the next time. Still, all this stuff is going to... It was all over my skin. All over my skin, and as soon as we left the crawling space, I washed all the clothes. Not in a laundry machine. I understand that I'm not going to put these dirty clothes into laundry machine where my normal clothes is going to be later. So it just went to the bucket. Not the trash bucket, just the laundry bucket where I washed it all. Yeah, right. So that's the last two pieces, because as you remember, we only had 2 packages of insulation, and that's it. So the last 2 pieces are going into these spaces. That's now not really complicated. We just again the same cutting off the extra part, couple centimeters off because it's too long, and then just putting it inside there. Only 1 cable, not a big trouble. Still, it. Ручик сворода не хватает. Поэтому тут стол. No, that's it for today. Thank you for having here today with us. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you later. Bye bye.
Це не ковик.